Hello, we're going to solve another arithmetic problem today, and for that let us look into the question. So it says that average of 10 numbers is 68, and it also says if the two greatest and the two lowest numbers are picked out, then the average changes to 64. Now it's asked of what is the average of those four numbers. So if we assume that the numbers are x1, x2, and then they are ordered chronologically into the biggest number, then we have 10 numbers, and it says that the average of them is 68. So average is 68. So if we take the 10 to the other side, we can get the summation of all these 10 numbers tends to be 680. That's equation number 1. We also see that if the two lowest and the two largest numbers are picked out, so in this case, since it's chronologically ordered, the two lowest number would be x1 and x2, and the two greatest number would be x9 and x10. So it says that if these numbers are taken out and a new average is taken, then the number is 64. So in that case, since we're taking x1 and x2, it begins with x3, x4, and continues until x8, since we are also taking out x9 and x10. And the average of this, since we have taken out 4 numbers, now there are 6 numbers. So the new average now becomes 64. So again, if we take the 6 on that side, we can find that the sum of x3 until x8 is 6 times 64, which is 384. So we now have two equations. And ultimately what we have to find what is the average of those 4 numbers, and by those 4 numbers it's meant the lowest 2 numbers and the highest 2 numbers. So all we have to find is the average of this number. So since we have two equations, we have to find a way of finding these numbers out of these two equations. So if you look carefully, if we deduct from 1 to 2, what happens is that the only remaining quantities are x1, x2, and x9, x10, and the quantities in the middle, which were x3, x4 until x8, they will be deducted. So if we deduct equation 1 to 2, all we are left with is x1 plus x2 plus x9 and x10, because the rest of the items are deducted from each other. So 680 minus 384 equal to 296. Since we are looking into the average, so we will have to divide both sides by 4. So 296 by 4 gives 74. So in this case, our answer would be 74. So here, by developing equations and solving them, we can easily find this equation or the answer. We just have to identify what is missing.